Combat Warriors Shield Mission. In an age where legends walked the earth and the veil between worlds was thin, 4 distinct summons went out to the corners of the ancient world. Under the vast expanse of the starlit sky at the sacred stone circle, destiny awaited the Viking warrior, the Fury warrior, the Road warrior, and the Mayan warrior. The Viking warrior, with his battle-axe gleaming under the moonlight, stood firm and proud. Beside him, the Fury warrior's eyes sparkled with an indomitable spirit, her twin blades ready for any threat. The Road warrior, his attire adorned with metallic spikes, prepared his chain whips with a confident grin. Quietly, the Mayan warrior invoked the spirits of his ancestors, his ornate headdress catching the soft glow of the stars. Out of the shadows, an ancient oracle appeared, her voice echoing through the stillness of the night. "You have been chosen," she proclaimed, "to embark on a perilous quest to retrieve the eternal shield from the depths of the Shadow Mountains. This shield is said to hold the power to bring peace to all lands." A tense silence fell over the group as they processed the weight of their task. The Shadow Mountains were a place of dark legends, known for treacherous paths and monstrous creatures that lurked in its eternal darkness. As the first rays of dawn touched the stone circle, the oracle handed each warrior a piece of an ancient, rune-inscribed map. "Only together can these pieces lead you to the shield," she stated solemnly. "The path ahead will test your strength, courage, and above all your ability to unite despite your differences. With a shared resolve, the Viking warrior, the Fury warrior, the Road warrior, and the Mayan warrior set out towards the horizon. They faced a journey fraught with unknown dangers, but driven by the hope of achieving everlasting peace. The air was filled with a sense of impending adventure, signaling the start of a legendary quest that would forge their destinies together. As the Viking warrior, the Fury warrior, the Road warrior, and the Mayan warrior ventured deeper into the heart of the Shadow Mountains, the landscape grew more foreboding and the challenges more daunting. The once clear path became shrouded in mist and darkness, a realm where sunlight dared not tread. They encountered their first trial, a massive chasm splitting the earth, its depths hidden by swirling mists. The Road warrior, ever resourceful, suggested they construct a makeshift bridge using fallen logs and vines. With the strength of the Viking warrior and the agility of the Fury warrior, they began their work. The Mayan warrior, sensing the spirit's unrest, chanted to appease them, ensuring their safety as they crossed. No sooner had they conquered the chasm, a fierce storm broke upon them, as if the mountains themselves sought to bar their way. The Viking warrior led them to seek shelter in a nearby cave, where they discovered ancient runes that spoke of the eternal shield. The Fury warrior, with her knowledge of ancient languages, deciphered the message which revealed that the shield was not only a symbol of peace, but also of immense power that must not fall into the wrong hands. The night deepened, and the group shared stories of their homelands around a flickering fire. The tales brought them closer, weaving their distinct lives into a shared tapestry of camaraderie and mutual respect. However, their bond was soon to be tested by more than just physical trials. As they resumed their journey, they stumbled upon a village under siege by a band of shadow creatures. The villagers, desperate and fearful, saw the warriors as their last hope. United by their newfound bond, the group planned a defense, each warrior using their unique skills to their advantage. The Viking warrior and the Fury warrior took the front line, dealing swift blows to the invaders. Meanwhile, the Road warrior used his cunning to set traps around the village perimeter, and the Mayan warrior called upon the spirits to protect the innocent. The battle was fierce and tested every ounce of their strength and wit, but together they overcame the shadow creatures, saving the village. Grateful, the villagers hosted a feast in their honor, where the local seer provided them with a crucial piece of the map puzzle, one that hinted at the shield's true location within the mountains. As they left the village, with renewed purpose and a clearer path, the warriors understood that the real strength lay not just in their arms, but in their unity. They were no longer just four warriors on a quest. They were a force bound by a shared destiny, ready to face whatever trials awaited. After days of navigating the treacherous terrain of the Shadow Mountains, guided by the pieces of the ancient map and the clues gathered along their journey, the Viking warrior, the Fury warrior, the Road warrior, and the Mayan warrior finally approached the rumored resting place of the Eternal Shield. The air was thick with a palpable sense of anticipation and danger as the peak loomed ominously ahead, shrouded in a perpetual cloud of dark mist. Upon reaching the summit, they found themselves before an ancient temple, its gates sealed by a riddle that required not only intellect, but the unity of their spirits. Each warrior offered a piece of wisdom tied to their heritage, their strengths complementing each other to unlock the gates. As they stepped inside, they were not met with gold or jewels, but a simple stone pedestal upon which the Eternal Shield rested. It was not the ornate weapon they had imagined, but a simple, unadorned disc, radiating a soft, warm glow. The Fury warrior approached first, her hand trembling as she touched the shield. A surge of energy flowed through the group, linking them in mind and spirit, showing visions of wars ceasing and peace prevailing. The shield's power was not in warfare, but in its ability to connect all who stood united in purpose. However, their moment of triumph was quickly overshadowed by the arrival of the Dark Warriors, the rival band that had followed them in hopes of claiming the shield for themselves. A fierce battle ensued, pushing each of our heroes to their limits. The group circled around the shield, their resolve unbroken. The Road Warrior cleverly maneuvered the enemies into a narrow pass where the Viking warrior and the Fury warrior could hold them off, while the Mayan warrior invoked the ancient spirits of the land to aid their defense. As the battle raged, the shield itself seemed to pulse with energy, its glow intensifying with the unity and courage displayed by the warriors. In a decisive moment, the Fury warrior realized that the true power of the shield was not to be wielded but shared. She called out to her companions to join hands, and as they did, a radiant light burst forth from the shield, enveloping everyone, friend and foe alike, in a brilliant aura. The Dark Warriors, overwhelmed by the light, found their rage and hostility fading, replaced by clarity and remorse. They dropped their weapons, unable to continue their assault, touched by the shield's power to heal and unify. The quest ended not with the domination of one over another, but with the understanding that true peace could only be achieved through unity and compassion. The warriors returned to their lands, not just as champions of their people, but as emissaries of peace, carrying with them the Eternal Shield not as a trophy, but as a symbol of their bonded spirits and shared destiny. The lands were forever changed, as the legend of the four warriors who ventured into the heart of darkness to discover the light of unity spread far and wide, inspiring all who heard it.